Welcome to First Down Punts, a show about the on-field and off-the-field news in the world of pro football, as well as how it relates to fantasy football all season long. Thanks for joining in, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And now, here is your host, Orcus.
And welcome in, everyone, to another episode of First Down Punts. I'm your host, Orcus. Today we're going to be going over the top 12 defensive tackles in the 2025 NFL Draft. We'll even have a couple extra guys there at the end just to let you know who didn't make the list. This is another deep position, just like the defensive ends. You're going to see a lot of guys in here that would be ranked higher in any other draft. But right now, there's just so much talent that you just got to put them somewhere. So I did the top 12, and we're going to go ahead and get into it, guys. Number 12 is Deon Walker, defensive tackle out of Kentucky, 6'7", 331 with 34-inch arms. Last year, he had 34 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, and 2 pass breakups. Needless to say, this guy is big as hell with long-ass arms. He is a shifty player, too. He knows how to use his strength to maintain position and has really good leverage. He takes on double teams and almost commands them. He is awesome versus the run. Really good short area quickness. Good play recognition. He has above average speed and size combination, and he has quick ass feet. Like I said, he is a shifty player, and at 331, he is exactly what you're looking for in the middle of your defensive line. He'd be higher. Like I said, man, this guy, just as big as he is with his arm length, he's going to be a really good player in the NFL. So we'll move on to number 11. That's Shamar Turner, defensive tackle out of Texas A&M, 6'3", 290, 33 and 5/8 inch arms, 36 tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 1 pass breakup, and 1 forced fumble. I know he's got a low sack number. Like I said, with the defensive end, they just kind of spread the wealth around at Texas A&M last year. Really good defensive line. But this guy, he is strong with good speed and a quick first step. He's got great footwork. Keeps his feet underneath him. Active hands. I'm surprised he only had 1 pass breakup, but he's got quick hands, man. Bam, bam, bam. Active. Good lateral movement, side to side. Works down the line through traffic to track down running backs, and he tracks the ball really well. He's an excellent run defender. He's the type of guy you want in the middle of a 4-3 defense, stopping the run. And he knows how to fill the hole. He ain't over 300, but he plays like he's 320. So this guy is another player that's going to be a damn good NFL player, and you had to put him somewhere. There's just a handful of guys I like more than him, a handful of guys that got some better talent than him. He's going to keep developing, and I'm sure continue to get better as a player throughout his career. So, on to number 10. This guy, he's one of the later guys I actually watched film on. That's Tonka Hemingway, defensive tackle out of South Carolina. His teammate's getting drafted too. Don't fool yourself. But this guy's 6'3", 284 with 33-inch arms, so decent arm length, decent size. He has 25 tackles last year, 4 sacks, 1 pass breakup, and 1 forced fumble. He's a really good athlete, quick off the line, and plays long. Excellent hands. They are active. Really good play recognition and awareness. Great pass rush. He's got awesome balance going up against guys. Knows how to avoid blockers with that quick first step, quick off the line. He just avoids guys sometimes. And he is nimble through the line. He knows how to use those feet. He is a funky player, man. And this guy, like I said, he's a good athlete. He gets used as a running back for South Carolina, if that tells you anything about his athleticism. He's just another guy that I think, like, he's got to get some more on tape. He would be ranked higher. If this guy had, 3 or 4 more sacks, 10 more tackles or something, he'd probably be a top 5 defensive tackle this year. But he got overshadowed some by his teammates. And that's why, like I said, he's one of the later guys I actually watched tape on. But another guy that I think is going to be an excellent athlete, and he could play defensive end. But I would love to keep him a defensive tackle and have him put on 10 pounds. So we'll see what happens. Number 9, Joshua Farmer, Florida State defensive tackle. He's 6'3", 305 with 35-inch arms. That's long-ass arms. Last year he had 32 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. This guy is strong as hell with a burst off the line that's not close by many other players. He is a big and long player. He is aggressive with a powerful first punch and overpowering at times. He's got really good play recognition, good feet. He is a decent run defender, but with huge upside as a pass rusher. He's going to improve in both. He's got to grow as a pass rusher, but this guy's got he's just a really good, powerful player. He can play in any defense. He may need a year before he's a full-time starter, but the fact that this guy is showing so much talent and will continue to grow lets you know all you need to know. And side note on this guy, he lost both of his parents by age 11. So if you think he's not mentally tough, I assure you, he's stronger than most when it comes to mental toughness, man. And for him to overcome it and be here right now, getting ready to get drafted in the NFL, just shows you the type of resilience this player has. That's the type of guy I want on my team. Someone that has fought through adversity, fought through the toughest times in life, and came out on the other side. So he's probably going to be back at a second, third round pick. He could go as high as the probably early second, middle of the second somewhere. And I think you're going to be happy with this guy no matter what. But like I said, big, long player, man, just ready to attack. So on to number 8. That is one of the players I like a lot watching tape on, J.J. Pegues, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. 6'2", 309 pounds, 32.5-inch arms. I'd like those to be longer, but what do you do? This last year, he had 42 tackles, 13.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, and 1 pass breakup. On top of that, this guy is another defensive tackle that's being used as a running back. He had 21 carries for 69 rush yards and 7 touchdowns. He's a short yardage back, but he's good enough to do it. He is fast with quick feet. He is a superior athlete. That's why he's able to play running back as well. And you go watch some of those carries, man, you can see how nimble and quick his feet are. This guy's got a great motor, though, on the defensive side of the ball, shifty off the snap, and can drive offensive linemen back with his strength. Excellent hand placement, excellent hand work, gets off the block when he's tracking down running backs, but just overall nimble football player with tons of room to grow. Like, he's already shown so much, and the ceiling is super high for this guy in my mind. Like, I like him a lot just as an athlete, and his aggression and motor on the defensive side of the ball is excellent. So another guy, you're just going to be real happy you draft this guy. That's all there is to it. The shorter arms, what do? You got to hope he hits them before he hits them, stays low. But it's not like he's got 30-inch arms and stuff. You know what I mean? 33 and a half is usually probably about average. He's got 32 and a half, so he's a little below average. But all the same, guy that's got tons of athleticism, and that's going to make up for that arm length. So, number 7, Junior Tafuna, defensive tackle out of Utah. This is the third to last guy I watched, and he's become one of my favorite players on film. He is 6'3", 308 pounds, 32.5-inch arms. Another guy with just below average arms, but 31 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 4 pass breakups. He missed 2 games last year, but this guy's a team captain. That's what I like to see, leadership qualities. And he is a big, strong man. The comedian always imitating, I'm a big, strong man. That's what this guy should be walking around saying. He's got excellent use of hands, is a high-effort player. He's got a motor to Energizer Bunny style stuff. Just keeps going and going. Really good versus the run and good versus the pass. Awesome speed-size combination. Another one of those guys. Speed and size combination is impeccable. Excellent closing speed. This is the thing you notice most on tape. When he's tracking a running back down, he can beat him to the corner. He's got a burst after he gets through that initial line. He's got a burst to beat that guy to the corner, and it's awesome. As a run defender, he maintains position and uses excellent leverage. So Just a guy, like I said, stood out a lot. One of the last few guys I scouted and jumped up the board immediately for me. This is a guy that I still think has plenty of room to grow and is going to help a team immediately and long term. So, number 6, this guy's falling down the board in a lot of mocks, and a couple reasons that we'll get into that. But Walter Nolen, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss, 6'4", 296. Another guy with 32.5-inch arms. Last year, he had 48 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, and 3 pass breakups. This is another guy with a relentless effort, just relentless. He applies pressure on the offense. You heard me talk about that with the defensive ends. Well, this is another guy. He applies pressure on the entire offense right off the snap. Has excellent footwork, fights through the traffic, chasing running backs. He lines up everywhere on the defensive line. He knows how to track the ball well. He's got a good bull rush and a good rip move and good play recognition. Like, even as he's getting through, he sees the play changing. He understands that. He's good versus the run. He's probably a 3-4 defensive end, but he's good versus the run and the pass. So he's got to improve on some things, and that's why I think he's dropping personally between the little below average arms, and his hand placement at times is off. He doesn't get him where he needs to be, and it makes him get trapped inside the offensive lineman. Once you get inside that offensive lineman, if they get their arms on you, man, it's hard. Like I said, weight-wise, he's not fighting offensive linemen. They're going to be similar sizes, 300 pounds, 320, somewhere in that. But there's some huge offensive linemen, and he gets trapped inside there. He ain't getting away. So I think that's why he's falling down a little bit. So definitely what stood out to me, that if he uses that hand, gets that stiff arm, works on that stiff arm off the snap, man, he's not going to get trapped. And he's just going to continue getting better. Boom, boom, boom. Like I talked about, man, getting better, better, better. So, but definitely a player I'll be happy to have and be happy to work with as a coach. You know what I mean? So, number 5, Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. 6'3", 334. I love when they get bigger. Oh, it's huge. 32-inch arms, though, shorter arms. So he's a little bit more than below average. Last year, 46 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 1 pass breakup. He also missed 3 games last year. So I think this guy would be higher if he had 33-inch arms and didn't miss games last year. He could be as high as number 2 or 3. So, but he's fine doing here at 5. It's not like he's down here far, and this is a super talented group. So to be 5 lets you know how much I like him. He's quick as hell, excellent agility, an amazing athlete. For 334, man, this dude his athleticism is impeccable. He's got good awareness and play recognition, nice change of direction. Even for his size, man, he moves well. He is powerful and drives O-linemen backwards. He's an awesome run defender, really good pass rusher, and a black hole of a tackler. Like, if you know anything about space and black holes, once you're in that gravitational pull, it's over. You're done for. You're getting ripped to shreds. And one hand is all it takes for him to make a tackle. He gets a hand on you, you're not going anywhere. You might as well just lay down because the play's over. He's that strong. And that's why I say he's a black hole of a tackler. He's sucking you in, bringing him in. It's over for him. And this is the type of guy that you want eating up space with his athleticism, his quick feet, and good change of direction, his power. He's got everything you want in a defensive tackle. He can probably play nose tackle in a 3-4. He can definitely play in a 4-3, no questions asked. So, on to number 4. Number 4, another South Carolina product. I told you they had a good defensive line. TJ Sanders, defensive tackle. 6'4", 297. 33.1/8-inch arms. Last year, he had 50 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and 1 pass breakup. This guy fires off the line like he's shot out of a cannon, man. And he attacks with force. The same force you get hit with a cannon. That's how this guy's coming. He is overpowering. Great hands, great footwork, agile and shifty. This is the type of movement you want out of a big fella. Excellent play recognition and really strong against the run. He can see the ball and track it down well. He's got an awesome punch. Bam. You know what I talk about with those defensive linemen, getting that stiff arm, hitting that offensive lineman in the chest, guard center. Just an awesome punch and drive him back with a great bull rush as a pass rusher. He, like I said, he fires off the line and attacks, man. He is looking for blood out there. He is hunting. And that's what you want to see out of a defensive tackle, out of a defensive lineman, out of a defensive player in general. Go hunting. So this guy is ready to attack immediately, and he's the type of player you want, especially, like I said, he's got a good pass rush, and he's really strong against the run. So draft him and be happy. Number 3, probably my favorite defensive tackle in this draft. And that's being honest with you. Watching him last year and then going over the tape, Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle out of Michigan. He's 6'4", 331, got 33.5-inch arms. Last year he had 32 tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 5 pass breakups. This guy is athletic, excellent speed, and moves with force. Long arms, awesome hands. Hand combat is impeccable. Pushes people around with his strength and size and handwork. He knows how to keep an offensive lineman's hands off of him with that, and he is patient versus the run. So he knows how to sit there and wait and determine where it's going. He's got good rip move, good bull rush, takes great angles on tackling, excellent awareness. And he's another one of those guys, black hole tackler. One hand is a tackle. You're not getting away. The power he has, you're not getting away from him. Overall, this guy is huge, quick, and shifty. And he's tracked people, running backs down from behind. Like, he is got excellent speed. Like, it's excellent speed. To be 331 and move as well as he does, any other draft, he's the number 1 defensive tackle off the board. He reminds me of size and speed, kind of remind me of Jordan Davis for Philly. But just, I would love, like, if this guy falls to 28, he's another guy I want the Lions to take, period. I want this guy on my team. That's how I feel about him. He's a football player, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I think this guy's going top 18 pick and in the first round. So that's how much I like him. I don't think he's going to make it past that. I think Cincinnati's there at 18 or 19. Tampa Bay's right there. These are both teams that could be grabbing him. Seattle could be grabbing him at 15. There's just so many teams right there that are going to be looking at this guy, and it's going to be hard to pass up this size and speed. On to number 2, Derek Harmon, defensive tackle out of Oregon. 6'4", 313, another big guy, 34 3/8-inch arm. That's long as shit for a defensive tackle. That's really nice. Last year had 45 tackles, 10.5 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 4 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles. He ran a 4.95 40, which is under 5 for a defensive tackle. You're already doing good. Another guy, big, strong man. He is a big, strong man. Excellent balance, good speed. He's got a burst off the line. Throws blockers away. Just throw the hell out of my way. Doesn't get knocked back. That's one of the things that stands out the most. He doesn't go backwards. Never quits fighting until the whistle blows, man. He doesn't quit moving. He's got really good awareness and play recognition, awesome hands, and just a vacuum of a tackler. Sucking running backs in, bringing them in, and not letting them go. Like, he is all over the place when it comes to tackling, and I like to see that as a defensive tackle. But the size, the decent, he's got good speed, like I said, those long-ass arms, and just the strength he brings. He's another guy, would be number 1 in any other draft, man. Any other draft. He's not far behind Mason Graham, as some people have him to me, and neither is Kenneth Grant. But number 1 is Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of Michigan. 6'3", 296, 32-inch arms. This is why people think Mason Graham is going to drop out the top 10. I do not believe Mason Graham should make it past 5 with Jacksonville. I think it would add right to that defensive line that they've been building and continue to improve their defense, which needs it badly. Last year, though, he had 45 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, and a pass breakup. He's an All-American, all Big Ten, got all these awards as best defensive interior defensive lineman stuff. So accolades galore. Thing you notice about him right away, fires off the ball with power. He's got a great bull rush. Great feet. His footwork is excellent. He does not waste steps. He's got an awesome swim move as a pass rusher, awesome second effort. He's got excellent play recognition. This guy is great versus the run. He peels off of blockers to go get a guy, to go get a running back, go get a scrambling quarterback. And most importantly, this guy is ready to go day one. I know everybody's, he's got short arms. Listen, when you're this good of an athlete and this powerful and this quick off the ball, the offensive lineman is not going to have time, especially playing on the interior against the center who's snapping the ball. He's already got one hand down. There's not going to be many people that can beat Mason Graham off the ball that play offensive line. That's what you want. That's why he's number one. That's why he, like I say, he is ready to go. Fire this dude up, put him in the lineup, and let's get to playing football. I don't know about you, but that's what I want more than anything from a player. Is he ready to go right now? So that's our top 12. Go over a couple guys that just missed the cut. Alfred Collins out of Texas. Liked him a lot, but got a couple things that I couldn't put him in the top 12. He ain't far behind that. Don't worry. Like I said, this one a deeper draft. Some of these guys, you're just going to be like, I can't believe this guy didn't make it. But it's just, if I see more than one flaw, two flaws, I have to consider that when it comes into ranking you. A lot of people are going to have these guys higher. Omar Norman Lott out of Tennessee. A lot of things I liked about him. A couple things I didn't like about him. Darius Alexander out of Toledo. He's a guy that's kind of rising up the boards. I think he's probably going to be an end of the second, third round pick. That's what he should be to me. But he can make it as high as the first round. He could go like 25 or something, man, depending on how much someone likes him. You can see the potential there. I just think he's got room to grow and has a couple things he needs to work on as well. Ty Hamilton out of Ohio State, another player that was on that defense, that championship defense that you'd be happy to have on your team. You get him in the third round, beginning of the fourth, sometime like that, you're going to be happy. Cam Jackson out of Florida, another guy. Another guy has got power. Another guy has got some good athleticism, but a couple flaws. It just needs to develop some things. So I can't put you up here thinking you're going to be a first-round pick or middle of the second-round pick when I still think you have things to work on. And this draft is super deep. Why would I put that guy up there when I can get him later because of how deep this draft is? Cam Horsley, another Cam out of Boston College. Another player I like a lot of things about, but a couple things he's got to work on. And the last guy I wanted to talk about that missed the cut, and he's probably going to be like a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick. I can't even tell you. He's definitely a day 3 pick. But that's Desmond Watson. He's a defensive tackle out of Florida. The most important thing I want to say about this guy is he started the season at 464 pounds. He finished it around like 420, 425 or something. Surprisingly good athlete. The only problem is he's going to be a part-time player. Just the facts. You over 400 pounds, that's a lot of weight to be moving around. You're going to get wore out at times. But surprisingly good athlete for his size. And what I thought about, first thing I thought about when I saw this guy was this. Here's your answer to the tush push. Don't make the NFL change the rules. Draft this guy if you're in the NFC East. If you're the Giants, Commanders, or Cowboys, draft this guy. And every time Jalen Hurts thinks about doing the tush push, put this 450-pound dude in the middle of the line. Now, if I'm the Eagles, I might draft this guy and put him at guard just for the tush push. Or one of these other teams, Josh Allen, Bills, that has a big quarterback that can push the pile. Put this guy at guard and let him clear. You're not going to get around him. He's fucking huge. And to have that guy on either line for a play or two, a series, goal line stands, all that types of stuff. That's the type of guy that this is. He's not going to be out there all the time. That's why he's going to be a late round pick. He might not even get drafted. He might go undrafted. Somebody signs him just to see if he can get in better shape. But what I'm telling you is, for his size, his athleticism is amazing. And he's just a guy, like I said, he didn't make top 12 because I don't think he's going to be a full-time player by any means. But he's just a fun guy I would like to see on a football field, continuing to play in the NFL and seeing how people use him. But other than that, guys, hope you liked the video. Appreciate all the support. Keep watching. Check out our other videos if you can. And I hope you guys have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you're watching. Other than that, I'm out of here, man.